Hi guys, podcast Altitude and Trails. This is, I think I lost the count of how many episodes, but I think should be the fifth or the fourth. Anyway, the important thing is that today Paolo is going to talk about roe deer. It is going to be just about roe deer. Hi Paolo.
Hi guys, how are you?
I can see you now. That now we have a split
Here
screen.
we are.
That's so good. Before I was looking at the ceiling. Now I can see. I can look at you, and people will look at us at the same time. So yeah, it's a little bit more interactive this time. Okay, today roe deer, just roe deer, and
Rob here.
so, what we want to say about roe deer, actually, we're gonna try to explain a little bit what we can do about the roe deer. Most of the time is not a big deer. There is not enough meat sometimes to do a big cut, but I think there is a species that is a tasty species. I love it. I love the hunt roe deer. So Paolo, just give us some kind of advice how to treat this kind of meat.
Don't throw anything at Spezzatino. It's gonna be our claim. Okay. What about the road here? Reconnecting to what we were saying about all the butchering stuff. What I normally do, not to waste things and to give the best value to every cut of the meat, is just separated in the two legs, in the two shoulders, the neck,
Mm.
the rack, so all the ribs with the ribeye joined to the ribs, to the bones, and the sirloin with the fillet, with the loin. And then, of course, we're gonna have the heart, the liver, and so on. One thing which is really important, and I want to connect to something you said a few days ago. You
Yeah.
were trying matcha green tea,
Oh
I
yeah,
think.
yeah. I'm trying because I'm a
Uh,
beginner, but yeah, I'm trying to do something with that. And just if I can say it, I fucked up with that so many times, and then I have to drink something that I don't know what was looking like, but it was not the real one. Yeah, yeah. I did some stories about that.
Yeah, and you were speaking about quantity and quality. This is pretty important, especially with the roe deer, because we have a few cuts that are really the meaning of quality of the game meat. So
Mm.
what I think it's regarding especially the loin, the fillet. Um, it's just a couple of bite, maybe four bite, because if you cook it the whole cut, just four medallion more or less.
Yeah,
But it's that. I mean, since when we're talking about game meat and you have small cuts that you don't have in bigger animals, such with the roe deer, the best thing is just taste it the best way you can, even if it's just four bites. So like the fillet, like the heart,
yeah.
don't put it in big stews and so on. Don't cut it. Just
It's
cook it.
it's not the
The whole
quantity. It's not the
no,
quantity that's gonna make the difference. It's that
uh,
the right
no.
quality that you're gonna have in your plate.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's true.
And more or less, I when I butcher it, it's like butchering a lamb or a goat.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. So what I normally take to cook it raw, it's it's the rib and the loin and the sirloin. I don't like to take all the back strip
Mm.
all together, but I like just to split it in half. The one
Okay.
without bones and the one with bones, just to have the nice chops
Oh,
eaten
so
with
that, and then
fingers.
if I
One to
understood, yeah, because this is something that I'm not doing actually. So that means the backstrap you cut in a half.
yeah. I just cut it when the thorax ends. I just
Yeah.
cut it there.
Okay, so you're gonna
So
keep
then
all the part with the ribs.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
The
so
first from the bottom to the neck, I will say 8 to 10 ribs,
okay,
not
so
more than that.
So that means that when you are eating your rib, you have that part on top that will stay with the rib.
Yep. But
Oh, okay.
I cook it whole. I mean, I don't cut it and then grill it. I just cook it the whole cut with the ribs.
Okay.
And then once it's cooked and
You
it's
cut it.
rare
You
inside,
cut it.
I just cut it so you have the nice pink color,
Okay. Yeah.
bloody juicy.
Yeah. And then actually, like this, you got this what the Americans call the tomahawk.
Actually, the tomahawk is much closer to the neck.
Okay.
Those are the ribeye with the bone. They
Okay.
normally call it on a lamb the chops.
Okay. And the other part you just cook like a backstrap or what? You gonna cut in slices or you just have
No,
that
no, no,
part
no, no. I like also with sirloin, cook it all and then cut it
cut it at
once.
the end. Okay.
Yeah, cut it at the end. You
Okay.
have less loss of juices because all the juices stays inside, and you have a nice crust outside with the Maillard reaction.
Okay.
You can use all the fat you want. You can use olive oil. You can use butter. Actually, it depends. For me, it depends normally on what I'm gonna eat with that kind of meat.
Okay.
So if it's something that it goes well with the butter, I go with the butter. If it's something that goes well with the oil, I go with the oil.
A question. You mentioned the art and the liver. So this is something that you can prepare straight away when when you come from the hunt. Because previously we
Yeah.
were talking about how you keep your carcass. You know how many days and etc. So now the same day you have the liver and the heart of a roe deer, for example. What we're gonna do with this?
The heart, what I like with the heart is just like cut it in half, so you have the two halves,
Okay.
and just cook it. And if you can, just keep it rare because it's really really good, and it's just a muscle, so it has to be treated like a muscle. I think it's one of the best part of all the animals because it has this texture, which is not that chewy because it's not, but it has
A little bit more. Yeah.
yeah, a little bit more. It's a little bit crunchy, let's say.
Yeah. So you cook, but not that long. You're gonna keep for rare
Not that-
more most that you can
And again, you just cook it the whole thing or just the two halves,
okay
and then you just slice it very thin.
after the cooking. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Even on the charcoal on the grill, it's really really good.
Okay.
With the liver, we already said. I think I'm not sure because we talk a lot
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
podcast and outside the podcast.
Outside the
What I really like,
podcast.
which is something from Japan, to eat it like a tataki. So I just take the liver,
Mm.
I massage it a little bit with oil, and then I pass it. I sear it really really quick into the pan, transfer it into a bowl of water and ice to cool it down, and then slice it really really thin. Salt, oil. We have leeks. You can put a sesame oil on top of
Yeah.
it. You can season it with whatever you want. It's just like it's really, really hard. What else? You can do like the old way with the onions.
That's not bad.
Again, I don't like to cook it too much.
Okay.
I like to see the pink color inside because
Okay.
if not, again, it tastes much more bitter if you cook it for a long time. So it's just really quick on the pan, really hot pan, and that's it.
So guys, don't get distracted when you're doing your roe deer and the fire is
Not
on,
at
and
all.
just keep in front of your fire and just check about your roe deer, or you're gonna waste all the meat. Okay, heart, liver, the intestine. I think we're gonna talk later for different preparation you can do because it's a little bit. You told me already that it's a little bit more complicated and needs some just an episode about that. Okay, so the legs. This is a big part. So you have the two back legs. Okay, two back legs, and what to do with that? Because I know that in north of Italy we do something that is a kind of prosciutto. It's like the mochetta, but that is another long process that is more about 1 month, I think. So we want to eat that meat. So what we do?
I try a lot of things cooking raw deer. The best thing for me is just to separate the shank, and for that you can cook it a long time, maybe into the oven with beer, onions, just like make a stew, and then with the ham, so with the central part of the leg, you just go with separate all the muscles, and since it's not that full of membranes and tendons and so on, I think it's one of the best parts to make tartare. So to eat it raw, you can make a carpaccio, so cut it really thin. You can cut it in small square and make the tartare. At the end, because I mean, I tried with also cooking it for a long time, cooking like the sirloin, like really sear it very very fast on the pan, and then slice it. But it's not the same. I mean, it's a muscle that works, and it works more. What's good about that? It has a lot of blood in it.
Okay.
And also, if you eat it raw, it has like the texture that you have to bite. You have to feel the bite when you eat a tartare.
So
of course, you have to like the raw.
I never did the tartare with a raw deer, and now I'm really really excited. So okay, quick tutorial: what to do? You have this muscle from the back leg, you cut in squares, and then what to do? You put in the fridge, and what do you add on? Lemon or what kind of herbs?
Please don't put lemon on your tartare. It's like maybe it's because I'm from Piemonte, but maybe that's right. Maybe it's because I'm from Piemonte, but please don't put lemon in your tartare. No, the best thing, you can try it like to eat it like this to see how it goes.
Okay.
And to try the meat.
Okay.
Again, little bit of salt, pepper if you like it, and olive oil, and then all the rest it comes like to your creation, to your imagination. You just can
But no
pair it
lemon.
with.
No lemon.
No, not lemon, please. Not lemon, please. One thing that we have right now here is the wild garlic. It goes so well with the raw meat. Wild herbs, like just to make a salad to fix with that. One thing I really like during autumn season and winter season, since the roe deer hunt is open, it's to pair it with roots. So it just goes with the season and with your imagination. Just what you have, what you find in nature, and just use it with that.
Okay, so now, more or less, we understood a little bit how to treat this kind of pieces, and but then we have the neck. The neck is a part that probably it's a little bit annoying because you don't feel like you want to debone it, but there is a lot of meat there.
There is a lot of meat. It's really tasty because of all the tendons and the fat it has compared to the legs and the shoulders. If you have time and you want to put yourself into boning it, that's not bad. You can have like a strap of meat, and then you can make like a roll, season it, and cook it in the oven. The other thing is just like make the bollito. So boil it. You put water, onion, spices, the one you like. Normally, what I put is just pepper, a little bit of cinnamon, and wild herbs, and just boil it till it's like just melts.
How long, more or less, are you gonna boil it?
It could be a couple of hours.
Okay.
Couple of hours.
And then.
One thing which is really important is just to take off when you're done cooking the roe deer, to take off the fat. because the roe deer fat, the deer fat, the chamois, the wild animals fat, it's really, I mean, it's not that nice in your mouth. It has that texture like eating wax.
Yeah.
And just remember to take that away. And it's that, and with that you have the neck, which is wonderful. Eat it like hot and warm, with a little bit of salt again, and olive oil or sauce or soy sauce or whatever you want, or let it cool down and make a salad.
Yeah.
So you have all this meat, you just mince it with your finger, and you debone it once it's cooked with your finger,
It is easy.
and a little bit of olive oil again, salt, pepper, and you mix it with the salad, and
Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
it's really easy. Yeah, it is.
So it's a nice idea because actually that part you can use for a winter meal when it's really cold outside and boiling. You're gonna have even the soup from the boiling of that part.
It's awesome.
Awesome. And then, but at the same time, you just give this kind of idea to making a salad because we're almost going to be in summer. So you boil it, but then you're going to prepare your salad. Boom. And then, wow, guys, this is the versatility of Paolo Meneguz. Boom. So I think it was a really, really full of ideas. And people, I think, I mean, hunters are going to be kind of happy to discover and to try it in what the different methods that you suggested. So do you have something that roe deer has that no other meat have? That something you find just in roe deer to say that, oh, I cannot get rid of that thing in a roe deer, just fantastic.
The thing I love about roe deer is the rapidity. You can cook it and taste it. I mean, it's really like you have it, boom, cooked,
Yeah.
or eat it raw. But the best cut for me are the heart and the liver.
Wow. So that
Again,
means it's something
old flavor.
you get really fast from the hunt. I mean, you don't have to
Yeah.
prepare it. So those are.
You don't have to wait. It's that what I like. That I don't have to
yeah,
wait.
yeah. So after the harvest, guys, you just follow what he says and try because those are good, really, really yummy and tasty parts. So you just have to do like this and then think about what is going to happen when you're home. And and at the same time, you can think about your successful day. Nice. I think that was a good one about the roe deer. And we got 70 minutes of bombing topics. So I think it's good. And we're going to move to the next species that we don't know who's going to be. I'm not going to spoil anything. But the next episode, we're moving. We're moving to the next one. So that's good. And please, guys, if you want to know more about this, of course, we cannot talk about hours and hours and hours. So you can comment, of course, subscribe. That would be even a nice thing. But comment. We want to see what you think and what are your ideas about this. Boom. Thanks, Paolo, and see you the next time. Bye, Paolo.
Guys.
Bye. Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.